and welcome back to my video. Um, so I found a so I found a site that makes me that let me make a prediction of the lineups of games, and I've been struggling to find a specific one to what people often use, and I think I found the right one, you can say. And yeah, this was recommended to me by a YouTuber called Alice Talks Football. And I would like to give a shout out to Alice Talks Football. I'm sorry for butchering the screen name. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to this. So, this is my attempt to do this, where I have basically the same setting as many other people that does predictions. So right now we are in a international break. So let's go ahead and check the Manchester United. Yeah, Manchester United here to see what happened. So here is a little bit about who went out, who came in, and all that. So just breaking down, starting with Sergio Romero, was released from the club, I think, or the contract ran out, you can say. Tahi Chong went on loan to Birmingham City. So did Facundo Pelistri, but with Alaves, the same team that he played for last season. Axel Tuanzebe happened to be loaned out to Aston Villa. Brandon Williams going to Norwich City. Joel Pereira, who is a Portuguese keeper who has citizenship in both Portugal and Switzerland, joined a Dutch team called RKC Waalwijk. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah. Andreas Pereira was loaned out to Flamengo. So that is really nice to see. He had actually, in the preseason, he had a few good games. I think that actually helped him get some interest from Flamengo. And then we have Daniel James leaving Manchester United on on a permanent move. By the way, Andreas Pereira is a loan to buy move, I think. Yeah, Joel Pereira was a free transfer. Alright, so that is who left. Arrivals. So here is also a bit of the loanies. But anyway, let's start with the players that actually came in to in the transfer window. Starting out with goalkeeper Tom Heaton, who I think he grew up playing for Manchester United. He left Aston Villa on a free transfer going to Manchester United. I think this will be a nice send-off because he is, in my opinion, he is a quality keeper. He is a quality keeper who maybe not necessarily not fit enough to basically play constantly, but in terms of FIFA setting, I would say he is a sporadic keeper, if that makes sense. Basically, you have crucial, important, rotational, sporadic, and then you have prospect. So I think he's like between a sporadic and rotational. It really depends on if there's any injuries happening to the reserve keeper already, like Henderson, for example. If he gets injured, then for the smaller games like cup games, then Heaton will play. I think that seems fair, you can say. But yeah, Henderson, I think his job will probably be so you have, okay, let's just say this. Tom Heaton for FA Cup. Henderson for games like from the range of Carabao Cup and to a select few Premier League Cups. I mean, Premier League games and a couple of Champions League games. And then David De Gea for basically Premier League games and Champions League. Anyway, back to the transfers. After Tom Heaton arrived, then arrived Jadon Sancho. He arrived in July. I don't remember the date right now. I could go and check by clicking on him. But yeah, I think it was like mid-July, like 20 something. His market value right now is 100 million euros. So Manchester United been trying to get him for years. And finally he is at the club. Yeah. So a year ago, Dortmund asked for 120 million euros, which is like 108 million British pounds. That was way too much. So instead of just instead of wasting the money on someone else, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the board took a gamble and waited a year, and they got Jadon Sancho for like 75 million or something. Let's see. Please stop. So it says here oh, okay, yeah, 75 million pounds is what I meant. But yeah, the fee was 85 million according to this. Alright. Market value at the time of transfer. And if I go here, 76.5 million pounds. Alright, so I was semi-correct there with my guess from memory. Anyway, so finally he is at the club, and now we have officially a true right winger. And his records are unbelievable. There's no point denying that. Anyway, next up is what most fans been crying out for. Defender Raphael Brown. And yeah, it says here 40 million euros of, let's just do this so it's in pounds so I'm not getting confused. 36 million pounds. That's not much at all. Normally he would cost like 80, closer to 90, 100 million, I think, if it wasn't for COVID and that he had more years on his contract. But we got him for 36 million from Real Madrid. And that was amazing to realize, you can say. He has citizenship in both France and Martinique. He's 28 years old, by the way. So he is a world-class defender who has many titles from Champions League, La Liga, and just to clarify which one. So here it is. He has a World Cup. That's one. Spanish Cup winner. Yeah, and you have 3 times Spanish champion, 4 times Champions League winner. He won Super Cup 3 times, FIFA Club World Cup winner. Huh? What's that? Anyway, he has the Super Cup 3 times. So, yeah, it's crazy how good he is. His current value right now is 63 million pounds. Was updated. Okay, it was updated before we got him. So, there's that. Hello. And now, the one player that people all over has been going bonkers about. Cristiano Ronaldo. So, a player who, in my opinion, would be worth like, well, you can say he could be worth like what Haaland is worth now. Like, that's how good he is. Or better, for that matter. But Manchester United bought him for 13.5 million pounds. How? I mean, yes, he didn't have that many years on his contract, that's one. He wanted to leave. He baited Manchester City into a trap for Manchester United to, well, get off their asses and sign him. And his former teammates were a crucial part on that. Like, was it Rio? No. Oh, no. What the hell? That was with Varane. I'm talking about Ronaldo now. Okay, so Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, number 18. He is a teammate of Ronaldo at Portugal. And yeah, he have had talks with Cristiano Ronaldo for a while before it happened. This is bonkers. So as you can see, well, he started really young here. Okay, yeah. He arrived at sub 15. Alright, he arrived at Sporting in 97 and went from Sporting, like, he came to Manchester United as a 17-year-old. And from then he was at Manchester United for 6 years, going to Real Madrid for 84.6 million or 0.60, I think. Either way, wow, Manchester United just first got him for 17.10 million. Nice. And they got him back for 13. What? Ah, okay. Yeah. So, Real, yeah, he stayed with Real Madrid from. Oh, he stayed with them for 9 years. 9 years he stayed with Real Madrid, winning titles after titles, Champions League after Champions League, Messi versus Ronaldo, golden boot, golden this, golden that. Wow. Yeah, let me just do something here. Alright, so here is what he have won. Look at it, it's so much. So, oh my god. I'm sorry for yawning. Anyway, the best FIFA men's player of the year. 2 times he won it. 16 and 17 season of, well, 2016 and 17 season. 5 times Ballon d'Or. He won. Okay. He first won it in 2008. Yeah, that was before he moved from Manchester United, I think. Then he won it. Did a double with Real Madrid, and then it took like 2 years until he did another double. It's crazy what he have done. He's a legend, and yeah, UEFA best player in Europe 3 times. For 2014, 16 and 17. 19 times top scorer. Oh my god. This is a lot of goals. And that the most recent one was a season ago. 29 goals in Serie A, which is the Italian league, for those who might not be aware of that. Sometimes they call the league, like, it kind of confusing at times with, for example, you have how many leagues does use Serie first? Serie A, I don't know. Either way, so as you can see here, oh wow, 48 goals in 14 and 15 season. Damn. Oh, best player in the competition. Yeah, that he also won last season. Also player of the year. so that's awesome. He has won 5 times Player of the Year, 2 for Manchester United, 2 for Real Madrid, and 1 for Juventus. 10 times Footballer of the Year. Not like in a league or in a team, but in the whole globe. Footballer of the Year 10 times. And that is one hell of a streak. So minus 2010, that is a triple first. Then another triple. And a quadruple, I think it's called. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah. FIFA Puskas. I don't know what that is, but whatever. European champion in 2016. I'm sorry for yawning so much. It is like 12:35 a.m. where I live, so that explains it. 5 times Champions League winner, as I probably said earlier. 4 times with Real Madrid, and that is a quadruple. Man, he has been busy. First time was with Manchester United in 2007 and 8. Ugh. I'm so sorry for yawning. I am not yawning on purpose just to yawn. I woke up kinda early today, so that's why. He has 3 English champion, so that is a trio. 2007, 8, 9. 1 English FA Cup winner, 2004. I think that was when he was kind of new to the team. English League Cup winner, the Carabao, 2006 and 2009. Alright, he played then too. So, oh, that's nice. He did a double. He did a double in 2009. That's lovely. Spanish champion 2 times. 11 and 12 season and 16 and 17 season. Spanish Cup winner 10 and 11 season and 13 and 14. And yeah, let me just I feel like I'm talking myself to sleep by mentioning all these. It's not because it's boring. It's because I am tired as heck and I really want to get to it. Yeah. Oh, by the way, before we go there, let's see. Wow. More details. So here is what he actually have done for each team. Let's start with Sporting. Here is why it's not much. Because in the preseason, that's when he got in contact with Sir Alex Ferguson, and that's how quickly he went to Manchester United. But he has a total of all 4 clubs. He has a total playing time of 73,074, which is crazy. Okay. Next up, Manchester United, where he returned to now. He have currently 118 goals and 69 assists. I hope he gets more assists. Because I appreciate at times assists more than goals, because assists are often what leads to goals. If you are getting the goal without it, it can be really selfish. But yeah. Yeah, he has 292 appearances. It's crazy. And Real Madrid, he has even more. So he has 450. Yeah, you heard me right. 450 goals. 132 assists. And that is in 438 appearances. So if I were to do some math here, calculator. All right. So 450 so he scores 1.02 goals per match. He, like, on average, he score 1 match each game. That is, like, it's 100% chance that he scores a goal. Like 1 goal per match. It's nuts. Alright, okay. And the appearances versus goals. Like, what? It's only a 12 in difference. Like, 12 times he didn't score at all. That's how crazy good he was at Real Madrid. Oh my god. And yeah, 438 appearances. That's a lot. Alright, let's have 101 divided by. So here is the. Huh? Oh, okay. I kind of confused myself there. So here are the not percentage, I think, but the average, I guess, of goals per game. So 0.75. So it's a 75% chance that he will score a goal for Juventus, like per game. That is not bad, but Juventus teammates struggling to assist him. Like, they struggle with like, if he gave them the ball, they struggle to shoot, which is one reason why he was fed up and wanted to leave Italy for Manchester United. So he's back at Manchester United again. It is so nice to see him back. I can't wait for the games. Oh, yada. Oh, alright. Qualifying. Right now I'm just... Okay, in the Premier League alone, he has 84 goals and 45 assists. Yeah, that's lovely. Of course, there's a higher chance of him scoring a goal than assist. But who knows? Maybe he will have more assists this time because he have a stronger support system of players. Yeah, like comparing Premier League to La Liga and Serie A. Oh, wow. 311 goals for Real Madrid. Man! Oh, only 3 red cards? Interesting. None for Juventus. Okay. Maybe he's not as reckless, you can say. Anyway, yeah, this is amazing. Let's go to where I wanted to, well, be. So here is something that that Alice Talks Football suggested to me, and yeah, it is called Chosen 11. So it's basically like a, well, prediction website, you can call it. Let me just fix a bit there. I think that is in level. Maybe not. There we go. So, we played last season in a 4-2-3-1 setting, and that means there's two basically defensive midfielders in terms of roles or job, and three attacking midfielders, you can say. But player 8 and 9 is referred to as wingers. The counting system is kinda all over the place, in my opinion. It's confusing to me. But yeah, I see how they kinda count it. So let's see if I am correct. If I make that into a, yeah, so 6 and 7. That means Bruno. Well, Bruno would be kind of like a second striker. But yeah. Anyway, so okay. So here is how I see things going to be. Like I just picked Manchester United here, just to, yeah, just to pick a team, I guess. I don't think it matters too much which one I pick, because it's like you enter the name of the player. So let's start with the keeper first, who I think will be in the goal this season. Most likely, like, to be in the season. The highest chance of the goalkeeper are, drum roll please, De Gea. So David De Gea has been playing for Manchester United like 10 years, I think. He is at his 11th year, and he is really, I would say he is still world class, even though he been struggling a bit the last few years. Part of the reason was because of they had a manager that really played stupidly. I don't know how to say it, but that's how I would say it. Jose Mourinho was afraid to go forward. That's how I picked it up. Like, Okay, one goal done. Now we just wait out the game. That's that's how it basically was explained to me. I didn't really watch much myself because of during those times I was dealing with my own stuff, and yeah, it wasn't a pleasant time in my life then. So yeah, enough of that. But yeah, as you can see, I picked De Gea in goal. Let's just put him closer to the goal. And same with the defenders here. I am a little bit unsure about the level of it, but yeah. So who am I going to do next? Let's see. I don't know how they count it. If they count, for example, David De Gea first, then they count the center backs, or do they count the fullbacks first? I don't know. Let's just go from left to right to make it simple. So on left back, I would have Luke Shaw, and yeah, he is a brilliant left back who, in my opinion, he has become world class now, and people should pay close attention to how he create attacking chances. And yeah, this is kind of interesting. Okay, let's just do it like that, I guess. I don't know. So okay, the first center back. Let's see. Who can that be? No, it is the captain. Maguire. Harry Slabhead Maguire. I don't know why they call him Slabhead. Like it's a British term or whatever, so it's kind of confusing to me. Okay, the second center back is the new center back. His name is, well, Paul Pogba has a nickname for him, and it is Championship. No, I mean Champions League Varane. Yeah, the legend himself, or is it legend? Maybe not yet, but alright. The right back situation is pretty obvious. It's going to be Van Bissaka. I don't know why the way I said it sounds like I'm say Bisaka with a set. But that is the defense uh, of the pitch, which is pretty much obvious. You have, for example, you have a couple of people you can play as a substitute. Henderson. So Henderson as a backup goalkeeper. Yeah. Henderson as a backup goalkeeper would be nice. You backup center back, you have a couple to choose from, but there's two center back options. So left and right kind of depends on the situation of a game, but in terms of last season, so Lindelof, and Bailey. This is basically how it was last season, but right now Scott McTominay is out, and he normally play as a player 6 or player 7 between there. Yeah, he is currently injured, so, or he had a surgery to fix something. So here is basically how things are with the holding midfield situation. It is crazy as heck because it's kind of nuts. So this is how it was. Okay, I don't know why I was going for that. Fred, McTominay, okay, I can wait for that. So Fred and McTominay, that was the two holding midfielders. The two holding midfielders last season. Okay, yeah. Now I understand. So I know how I did the defense right now. It's not correct with last season, but yeah, I just explained how I could use these subs. And yeah, of course, Tellus and Dalot. Basically like that it could look like. Yeah, how should I do it then? Because you have two potential substitutes with the current, or no, with last season's two holding midfielders. So Paul Pogba, before, well, he had an injury. When he came back, he started more. So I would put Pogba there, and because oh my god, what his name is, Rashford. No, because they didn't have a true right winger. Rashford needed to play here. So it was like whenever Pogba was in this holding midfielder, then Daniel James were playing left wing, or James and Rashford both switch from time to time, which happens a lot in games. Of course, Bruno is unchangeable, so he was in the attacking midfielder, or how I recognize it, as a CAM, which stands for Central Attacking Midfielder. And you had, of course, Cavani top there. So this was most likely the formation. Donny van de Beek. Okay, let's just say Donny. Donny van de Beek played there as a substitute. Then you have Matic, the gangster himself, you can say. Am I leaving anyone out of the midfield holding? I don't think so. Yeah, now I know why I think I'm leaving something out. It's because of Pogba. But Pogba played probably around here, because he is not normally he's not a winger in traditionally sense, so he basically advanced between LCM, as it called, with left center midfielder. So it's the left channel of the center mid, like here, this area. Yeah. James. Just to, yeah. So as you can see, Donny had two positions that he sometimes could be subbed onto. Cavani. Okay, yeah. So you have substitute Greenwood. But when Ahmad did not play and Rashford was healthy, Greenwood would play on the left, no, the right, and it would look like this. It would look like that then, and then you would have probably how do I do this? What? Well, then it would be, come on, please work with me. Pogba and Fred, like this it would be then. I think it's kind of confusing using this for me. Rashford, James, Donny. Yeah, basically like, okay, yeah, back then, last season, we didn't really have any rotational players for Van Bissaka other than Williams, who now is on loan. Henderson was the main goalkeeper then. It maybe was a little too early for him. Yeah, Cavani, but how it will be nowadays, the season that is right now, there are different ways to do this. So I honestly see something like this. McTominay, if he is healthy, I see him starting. Maybe it's something like this. I don't really know too much. Something like this, or like if he is good enough with his passes that he can reach Greenwood, Rashford, and all that. McTominay should actually get the ball to Pogba, and he drift left and right to get the ball to where it needs to go, and Greenwood there. And since players has come in, Sancho, Greenwood, yeah, so you can see here there are two rotational ideas, but which one do you think look more likely? Because Cavani, Ronaldo, like I probably see. Come on, stop doing this to me. Cavani. So I think this is it now. So as you can see here as my examples, who is... Oh my god! James are going away. Pogba can be there as a, well, rotational if... I need to check this. Transfer market. I'm sorry for taking so long. So right winger, Diallo. Oh, thigh problems. Alright. Martial, I almost forgot about him. Martial. So this is kind of like how it could look like depending on the games. And here is also how, for example, if we go to a 4-3-3, why the hell? This is crazy. Okay. Okay, something like this. So McTominay, of course, I see in a 4-3-3. I see McTominay is the most likely to be the holding midfielder. One thing is, well, his height and power, like physicality. He has a physicality to be a holding midfielder, in my opinion. But I would like Matic is Matic is Matic is aging, basically. Well, imagine this. Imagine if Ronaldo get Matic to basically be on his level. That would be nice. So Matic no longer have the issues that he have, because on its own he is really solid. But the hassle right now is McTominay being injured. Let's go up here. Well, they don't have him as injured, but there are a few problems with him where he had to get a surgery, so he has to be out for some time. Yeah, like uh, how I have Bruno with Donny. So as you can see here, I just now put the players where they normally place. So Pogba, Fred are more prone or more likely to play on the left side. That is both in a 2 holding midfielder or as a 8, I think you call it. Basically, like you have two center midfielders, basically. One left and one right is how I pick it up. And you have then the central defensive midfielder to protect the, well, defensive center backs, as you can call them. Like, I don't know what is going to happen with the midfield, but here is what I want to happen. This are according to how I see the order of the substitutes. So let's say Lindelof here as the first one, or Matic as a second one. Yeah, that would be kinda good, because one thing is that Lindelof is defensive minded and he has great passing ability, and often a central defensive midfielder need to carry the ball up and bring it to, for example, players like Pogba or Bruno, or if he has the range enough, like I seen he have. So from this area where the name Donny is there, he pinged the ball going, like, if you see the arrow of my mouse, going like this, and Cavani, I think, picked it up, or Bruno. There was 2 times this happened, and I think both of them scored. One was that Bruno happened to get nutmegged by the pass, and Cavani picked up the ball and ran up and scored from this area, I think. Which was crazy. I think he won something goal of the month or week for it, which is awesome. But yeah, yeah, like I said, McTominay is out for some weeks or a month or 2, whatever it is. And that is creating a hassle for who is going to be the more defensive of a two holding midfielder, or who is going to be the holding midfielder of a 4-3-3. So this is basically how I see things. Like, of course, there are different types of midfielders. Like, of course, you have, not talking about center midfield, defensive midfield, or attacking midfield. It's like box to box midfield. That is what this is, basically, I think. Bruno, basically the main playmaker, I think, and Pogba / Donny would work as a box to box. I don't know. Fred is also maybe a box to box midfielder, but it's annoying because Fred often struggles with his passing and gives the ball away way too much for my liking, and it, well, honestly, it drives me a bit insane. But yeah, it's not something me as a person can do much about. It's more up to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Fred himself, like working in training to, yeah, basically perform better with the ball. But yeah, I have talked so much about this, and it's the same thing over and over. Anyway, so Bruno and Pogba for me are irreplaceable, or like they are. No one would truly start ahead of them. That's what I feel is the one of the issues with Donny van de Beek that angers a lot of people. I don't know if they don't think like, I know that he deserves playing times. I know that for sure. But like, ask yourself, who do Donny start ahead of? And take in mind that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did say that he will be looking to play a more offensive approach. That's why I have 4-3-3 here. So it's, yeah, like it's kinda confusing how it gets with fans going against each other, arguing and all that, and Manchester United missing out in signing a true number 6 as they call it, which is basically where McTominay is listed for me right now. Like, I get so triggered by this because I will rather say, okay, instead of wasting time arguing amongst ourselves and being fed up for months and months with no true CDM, we should at least try to come up with a plan to, you can say work off each other, but yeah, that sounds easier than done, I guess. But you need to figure out who works best as a 6 or a CDM from what we currently have, because if it refers to a 4-2-3-1, then these two players, not necessarily Pogba, but Fred and McTominay, both are the two holding midfielders, aka left CDM or left DM and right DM. So basically like left defensive midfielder and right one. And the one, in my opinion, like let's say we go back to back to back. So if we go back to 4-2-3-1 like this, I know it's not perfect, but if we go back to a 4-2-3-1, then McTominay will be on the right side of the two holding midfielder, and I'm not really sure how to do this, but this is just part of how I see things. Like, you can also have, like, if I bring back move back to here and something like this. So moving back to a 4-3-3 again, then here is kind of like how I imagine people doing it in the game. Not in the start of the game, but during the game. I believe the positions of McTominay and Fred switches from time to time depending on situations. So let's say for example let's say for example that the player here, regardless of who it is, are around here, and the ball, the not enemy but the opposition's player travels past this DM with the ball, and he can get it to him in time, then Fred or whoever it is, Fred, McTominay or whatever, runs then back and take care of it. That is something Lindelof I have seen at times do well whenever he happens to end up out of position because there's a pass that Fred does where Fred passes the ball to a different player which is not on his team, and like Lindelof often runs back to for example, if we open here, he basically runs like this, and for example on the corners he's shielding the ball for the ball to go out without without having to touch the ball himself. Right now it's kinda too defensive, but whatever. So this would look crazy. I don't know. I don't know if this would. Well, right now, this is what I think a. Well, if you then move. Please, come on. If you then move like this, so as you can see, it looks really similar to a 4-2-3-1, but it is actually a 4-3-3 defensive. And the only difference is players just switching out. So as I did with, well, it could be maybe easier to see if I just move a bit. So for right now it is kind of like a, well, instead of calling it a 4-2-3-1, it is a defensive 4-3-3, but to make it a holding 4-3-3, which is most common, and then you just need to do this. I like switching around, and people, the players are moving a lot depending on situations, and well, there's not everyone that is good enough to move like that correctly, because for a split second you are out of position and have to be very aware of your surroundings. But yeah, this is basically, now it's back to a holding 4-3-3. You can say it's still a little bit defensive in my opinion. Three, 5, 2, 4, 4, 4, 1, 1. What's this? Oh, 442 diamond. All right. Yeah, Manchester United have played that before. I really appreciate that formation. But there's one issue with that, and that will be like when Bruno go there and there. So then is the question, who is gonna be the second striker? Come on. Well, that leaves Donny. That leaves Donny to play there. I am kinda confused right now. So but that means I have to remove that. Well, yeah. So if I pick Cavani, then there. So then there's players who are most likely to be the wingers, who I have seen in other games. Come on. So that is two strikers basically. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I probably should move like this instead. Because Ronaldo started out as a left winger when he came in, I think. And that means Rashford goes there. And Greenwood goes there. It seems like I figured out how to play. Alright. Seems like I figured out how to play it. Oh my god. There we go. I think this would be the formation that I could see have Donny van de Beek in the squad. You can say to satisfy the fans. But yeah, like something like this is a way to go. It is kinda, yeah, like it is not a bad formation in my opinion, because 4-4-2 diamond is also what France, who are the current world champions, it's the formation they normally use. So what better way to just test it out to see if it works? But I am going to end this video here. Let's move him a bit up. So as you can see, a diamond midfielder, I guess is another word for it. 4-4-2 diamond, it's called. Like, I seen Manchester United pull this off and win a couple of games. Yeah. But like now we have stronger squad than we had last season and before that. And yeah, like time will tell for to see what will work. But this is, in my opinion, the most likely scenario that Donny van de Beek can get a chance to start. Because Donny should start ahead of Fred. Like, let's be real, he should. And I see Fred more on the left side of the midfield than the right-sided. But the thing is, with a central defensive, what you do then with Fred, he probably will go to the right for Pogba to go to the left. That's the thing that is infuriating about this. So it's like McTominay would start as a holding midfielder, but like how I would like to see it. Whenever he does that, during the game, I think he should, from time to time, when it is needed, I think he should switch around with this 3 midfielders. Just to protect, protect the ball, you can say, or protect the position so the ball doesn't get too close to Maguire or Varane, or most importantly De Gea, because if it does, then De Gea will be all alone, and it wouldn't necessarily be his fault if there's happening to be, well, the term is called a screamer, which is basically a really strong kick from outside the box or something, or a sudden kick of the ball in the box, like ridiculous one where no one anticipated. But yeah, this is the most likely thing I would say. I can yeah. This is also one, it's called a 4-5-1. McTominay would be the CDM, of course. Donny and Pogba. Well, then you need to switch out because Bruno needs his position back. So then you would go Rashford where Bruno is now, and oh my god, then you need your wingers back. But yeah, like it is a lot of thinking on this. So if I revert from this to this, so let's say you start the game in a 4-4-2 diamond. Then half time you move, or during the game you move to a 4-4-2, and then you could probably move Pogba to where Donny is, and then you can switch out Donny with a winger later on in the game. Like, it is so many different ways to do this. But if we are going to play in a what is the formation? 4-2-3-1. Then this is basically then this is the option. So what am I doing? Why are those two reversed? It's so annoying. All right. Donny, Pogba, Fred, Donny. Yeah, no, they are reversed too. Okay. Rashford. And then you have Pogba there. And Elanga. Kind of like this. But that would leave the issue for Donny to play. That depends with who is going to be the more defensive of the two holding midfielders, in my opinion, and the one who isn't could then well, not transfer, sub to be Donny van de Beek later in the game. But from what I see right now, I don't see any way for Donny van de Beek to start ahead of Pogba. So it will be needed for Pogba to go to left wing or left midfield for Donny van de Beek to get a chance in the lineup as a starter. Yeah, then that means it's either Matic or McTominay or Fred. I hope it will be with Donny. I hope it will be either McTominay or Matic. So this is basically not rated on, but it's compared to the players I see are strongest in that role. So other than Matic first, it's McTominay because he is younger and probably has more pace on them. But yeah, this is basically how I see kind of like the strongest formation. Ronaldo can play so many positions, to be honest. Instead of going Elanga, you can go Ronaldo. Yeah. So you have a couple of options for sure, and it is a head scratcher because sometimes you don't you can't really think ahead to see it will work or not. You just have to, well, play along with it. Or like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer are doing or trying to do, he's trying to use Donny van de Beek in the international international break to test him out at certain positions to, well, you can say one is to build up his fitness. That is the most crucial one. Other one is to see where he can play in general. Like, normally he would play around here or like between this area. But like that's according to a lot of outlets and such. That's basically his position naturally. But where he has a position too that he maybe not so good at, but he can play in one of the holding midfielders. Maybe the one that allows him to basically travel the ball up and have the job to get the ball up to these guys. These four guys there. And yeah, like it's endless of ways you can do this if you can think that far. Like, who knows? Maybe it works itself out, and Donny can play here. For example, if you take out or you add Donny here, like, who knows? Who really knows? Who is the more defensive player, or the one with the most ability of Fred and Donny? Because I've seen Fred trying to do defensive stuff. He's not good at it. Like, his tackling is not the best. Right now this is all over the place right now, so but yeah, like, anyway, I just wanted to do this thing and see how I could, well, not necessarily contribute or whatever, but more for myself, to see which ways you could play. The one I liked the most was regarding the diamond 4-4-2, because it was really nice. There are a few ways of playing the diamond. Let's say, well, then he would go here, he would go there, and he would go here. here, for example, he goes further back. There you have the diamond. But yeah, that's it, guys. It's annoying that this is on its own. It's so annoying. Oh my god. Sancho, Bruno, Rashford. Now oh my god. Well, it's confusing. That's all I can say. It's a really confusing situation to have. But yeah, I guess it can be a fun one too. So let's just tell us De Gea, Varane. Yeah. To me, this looks like a strong team. Yeah, like whenever the upcoming game comes, I will return with this and basically try to do my prediction. This was really lackluster for me because I didn't really know what to say, so I was just going with the flow. But yeah, this is kind of like how I see things. Yeah, just wanted to do this. Anyway, shout out to Alice Talks Football for mentioning this website. I really appreciate her videos. They are great. Anyway, I'm gonna go now because it is 2 a.m. Adios, guys.